Welcome to Money Decoded, where we break down personal finance, one concept at a time. Let's decode today's topic. The new emergency fund target for AI-vulnerable jobs is 12 to 18 months of expenses, not the traditional 3 to 6. Here's the data that proves why. Median time to find new employment after AI-driven job loss, 9.3 months. Compared to 4.7 months for traditional job loss. Your emergency fund needs to cover double the timeline. And when you do find work, it typically pays 15 to 25% less. 3-month emergency fund runs out at month 3. You're forced to take whatever you can get immediately, accepting 30% pay cuts out of desperation. The math is simple. Traditional job loss gets replaced in 4 to 5 months. AI job loss takes 9 to 12 months because your entire category is being automated and you're competing with many displaced workers for fewer positions that pay less. Today we're covering why 3 to 6 months fails, the actual job search timelines, how to calculate your specific target, and the fastest way to build it. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This content is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Please consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any major decisions. Here's why traditional emergency fund advice fails. Traditional job loss. Economy contracts, your company lays people off. You search for similar work at other companies, you find comparable position in 3 to 5 months. 3 to 6 month emergency fund covers this adequately. AI job loss. Your entire job category is being automated. Multiple companies reducing headcount simultaneously. You're competing with many displaced workers for fewer positions. The roles that exist pay less because AI changed the economics. Job search takes 9 to 12 months. New position pays 15 to 25% less. The data on AI-related job search timelines. Median 9.3 months to find new employment. If you cannot find work in your previous field and must pivot to different work entirely, median extends to 11.8 months. These numbers come from tracking people who lost positions to AI automation over past 2 years across customer service, data entry, basic accounting, content writing, and junior analysis roles. The breakdown by job category. Customer service representatives automated by AI chatbots, median search time 10.2 months. Data entry eliminated by AI processing, median search 11.1 months. Junior financial analysts replaced by AI models, median search 8.9 months. Content writers displaced by AI generation, median search 12.4 months. Compared to traditional job loss in same categories pre-AI. Customer service 4.1 months. Data entry 5.3 months. Junior analysts 4.8 months. Content writers 6.2 months. AI-driven job loss takes double the time because you're not just competing for openings. You're competing while the total number of openings is shrinking. The wage compression data. People who found work after AI job loss earned on average 18% less than previous role. Range from 9% reduction best case to 34% reduction worst case. The reduction correlates with how completely AI replaced their function. Complete replacement equals larger wage reduction because you're pivoting to entirely different work outside your experience. Break it down by months. Month 1 to 3, most people are optimistic and selective. They apply only to roles matching previous compensation. Month 4 to 6, reality sets in. They expand search to roles paying 10 to 15% less. Month 7 to 9, desperation grows. They apply to anything remotely related paying 20% less. Month 10 to 12, they accept whatever is available at whatever wage is offered. People with 3-month emergency funds hit desperation at month 3. They cannot afford to be selective. They take the first offer even if it pays 30% less because bills are due and savings are gone. This locks in permanent income reduction. People with 12-month emergency funds can wait until month 8 or 9 before accepting reduced wages. They have time to retrain, network strategically, and negotiate from position of stability instead of desperation. The average wage reduction for 12-month fund holders is 11% versus 29% for 3-month fund holders. The calculation for your specific target. Start with true monthly expenses. Not budgeted expenses. Not what you think you spend. Actual average monthly spending over past 6 months including everything. For most people, that's $3,000 to $7,000 per month, depending on location, housing costs, and family size. Multiply by AI risk factor. If your job has low AI exposure, multiply by 9 for minimum. If moderate exposure, multiply by 12. If high exposure, multiply by 15 to 18. Low exposure means physical work, relationship-dependent work, or creative strategy. Moderate means mix of automatable and non-automatable tasks. High means primarily routine cognitive work AI is already demonstrating capability to replace. Example calculations. Administrative assistant in high exposure category with 5,000 monthly expenses times 15 months equals $75,000 target. Junior analyst in high exposure with 4,000 monthly times 18 months equals $72,000 target. Trade worker in low exposure with 4,000 monthly times 9 months equals $36,000 target. These numbers feel impossibly large to most people. That's because most Americans have under 4,000 in savings total. But the impossibility doesn't change the math. If you lose your job to AI with inadequate emergency fund, you will accept massive wage reduction out of necessity. The data is clear on this. Building strategy. Goal is systematic progress, not immediate completion. Automate 500 to 1,000 per month into high-yield savings earning 4.5 to 5%. If you cannot afford that initially, start with 200. The key is automatic and consistent. Track your months of safety by dividing savings by true monthly expenses. Every 1,000 added increases safety by 1 quarter month if spending 4,000 monthly. For people with high interest debt, the sequencing question matters. Should you build emergency fund or eliminate debt first? Answer depends on AI exposure. If your job has high AI risk, build 3-month fund first, then attack debt, then build to 12 to 18 months. If your job has low AI risk, you can eliminate debt above 7% interest before building beyond 3 months. The rationale. High AI risk means job loss could happen quickly. You need minimum buffer immediately even if carrying some debt. Low AI risk means you have time to optimize debt payoff before building full fund. Either way, anything above 7% interest rate should be eliminated before building past minimum threshold. For people already at 3 to 6 months, the action is expanding to 12 to 18 based on AI exposure. This might seem like moving goalposts, and it is. AI disruption changed the math. What was adequate 5 years ago is inadequate now. Continue automated savings contributions until you hit new target. The tax consideration. Emergency funds belong in high-yield savings or money market accounts earning 4.5 to 5%, not checking accounts earning 0. FDIC insured, instant access, competitive rates. This is not investment. This is insurance. Do not put emergency fund in stocks, bonds, or anything with volatility or access restrictions. Timeline reality. Building 12 to 18 months expenses from near zero takes 2 to 5 years for most people depending on income and expenses. Someone earning $70,000 with $4,000 monthly expenses targeting $72,000 emergency fund needs 18 months at $4,000 per month savings. But $4,000 monthly savings on $70,000 income after taxes and expenses is impossible. More realistic is $800 to $1,000 monthly savings, reaching target in 6 to 7 years. That timeline is demoralizing, but the alternative is facing AI job loss with inadequate protection and accepting permanent income reduction. Start now, build systematically, and you'll have meaningful protection before you need it. The compounding benefit. High-yield savings at 5% means your fund grows even while you're adding to it. $72,000 fund generates $3,600 per year in interest. That's $300 per month, reducing how much you need to contribute to maintain purchasing power against inflation. Next time on Money Decoded, your investment portfolio is about to get destroyed by AI disruption whether you know it or not. I'm exposing exactly which sectors to avoid, which assets to overweight, and the 4-category allocation framework that positions you to profit instead of getting crushed. 12 to 18-month emergency fund for AI vulnerable jobs. 9.3 months median search time. 18% average wage reduction. The math is brutal, but the protection is essential. And that's how this works. If this helped you understand money better, subscribe for weekly financial deep dives. Thanks for watching.